You know, I know this will sound awfully dull, but yes, I'm happy to be in Paris again. A year later, I'm like, oh yeah, Paris, why did I ever like this place? It's a fantastic city. I have nothing, the thing about Paris is there's nothing original to say about it. It's fantastic. And I can't improve on the hundreds of writers who've written so beautifully about Paris. Yeah, it's very different writing stories. I don't usually write short stories. This is a very particular thing, these fairy tales. And no, I would write one, I would work on something else, I would write another one, whereas with a novel, you need complete immersion. You are trying to convince yourself that this invented world exists, and you can't spend too many days out of it, or it starts to look ephemeral, it starts to look like an invention. So a novel involves sustaining a kind of delusion in yourself. Honestly, I never know where the ideas come from. Anything else would just feel contrived. Something is interesting to me, and I don't know why, but some idea sort of announces itself. I let it sit for a while, does it still seem interesting 3 weeks from now? And if it does, that's the book. Oh sure, because fairy tales are like myths. They are the stories we grew up on. They sort of define our sense of good and evil and beauty and ugliness, and we may stop reading them when we grow up, but I think they stay with us. They are not only sort of fundamental to our culture, they're the first stories most of us ever heard. I don't think in every book, because I think in most novels, the reader should be free to imagine the character as he or she sees fit. Emma Bovary, you have a different version of her in mind than I do. If we could pop her, if we could just, like a hologram put here above our heads, they would be two different women. And illustration would limit us to that Emma Bovary. Fairy tales should be illustrated. They always have been.